Okay, I hope this is recording. What I want to do is I want to show you how I put my photos together using Microsoft PowerPoint. I do not have a picture up here to show you what I look like. But anyway, hopefully you're seeing my screen. So you're going to go into Microsoft PowerPoint. You're going to open that up. It's going to show you this main screen here. We're going to X out of there because we don't need it. And then we're going to go over here to Layout. And we're going to go to Blank because we want a blank canvas. We don't want anything on there. All right. And then we're going to go to Insert, over to Shapes. This is where I put my main background that I use. I'm going to use a square or a rectangle. You can make it a square though. And, oh, it's not coming up. There it goes. I usually make it a little bit bigger than the image it gives me in the background. Go over up to Drawing Tools, which will pop up after you make that image. I like using black, but I like it to be this kind of black because I just like the look of that one better than this flat one. Maybe you can't see the difference, but this is the one I like. So I choose that. After I have my main background, I then go to Insert a Picture. I'm going to be doing my workout pictures today. And the picture I'm looking for is in my SD card from my camera. So I'm going to go into there, go into the folder. I know which one it is, so I'm just going to go right to it. I got different ones I'm going to use today. I'm not going to use all of them. Don't know how this will turn out. We'll see. Just select all the ones I think I might want to use. Click Insert. It's going to take a minute for that to pop up because there's a lot of them. And they're really big files because my camera takes really big pictures. So it's got to kind of shrink down those files to fit onto the screen. There they are. And since I'm not going to use them this big while they're all highlighted at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to shrink them down. Again, that also takes a while. If your computer is more awesome and faster than mine, it'll happen instantly. But for mine, it does take a minute to actually do that. So it's thinking about it. It's like, oh, she wants to shrink all the pictures. Okay, wait, hold on. I think I know what I'm doing. Here we go. This is what you wanted, right? Come on. It might also be going a little bit slower than normal because I'm recording. So then you just click outside of the pictures so that it unselects all of them. That way you can just move them around one at a time. Okay. There's really nothing I want to crop out of this picture, so we're just going to leave it like that, but make it a little smaller. And I might even make it smaller than that. We're not sure just yet. We're going to set that to the side. Okay, this one, I'm going to come over here. I do not want nor need everything that the camera caught, so we're going to go up here to where it says crop. Move that out of the way. I'm going to click on crop. It's going to show you these black lines around the image, and that's where you can click on it and then drag it all the way to where you want it to be. You don't need all that background mess. Certainly don't need all that extra space above my head. I usually crop out my legs for the most part just because I don't need them in the picture. It's unnecessary. All right. Click outside of the picture, anywhere outside of the picture really, just to get rid of the cropping thing. The reason I do that is because when you click on the picture like this and you move it, you see how you can see the whole picture, but it's kind of transparent. If you try to do that while you're on the cropping mode, and then you go to move it, then all you will get is the outline. And I would rather be able to see the picture than just the outline. So we're going to move that over there. We're going to click outside the picture again. Okay, I had to close my door, sorry. And then we're going to come over here to this one. Why do I have two pictures like this? Well, simple. I usually take at least you know, anywhere from at least 2 to maybe even up to 5 photos after my workouts to decide which one I want to use, because I mean, let's be honest, that's just how pictures work. You take quite a few of them, figure out which one looks the best, which one you like best, and you use that one. While I do like this stance better, what I do like more about this one is that you can see my arm, kind of see my muscle from the shading of the light. And it was a chest workout, which was pretty tough. So I would rather show my muscle than the angle of my body. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And that's how I determine which picture. Oh, you click on it and press delete on your keyboard, by the way. So it's thinking. It's like, wait, are you sure you want to delete? Okay. So you just click on the picture that you want to get rid of. Once it's highlighted, press the delete button on your keyboard and it will get rid of that for you. Okay, so we're going to move that over. This is a picture of the weights. I actually purposefully wanted to get the mess of my room in this picture, simply because I wanted to show everyone, hey, look, even though my room was a wreck, I found this little space I could work out in to get it done. So I'm going to go back over here to crop again, because since this area is clean, I don't need to focus on that. I want to focus on the weights and the fact that my room's a mess and I still got it done. At the same time, I like it to be a little balanced out here. So I think that's good. Click out of it, click back onto it, because I would like to shrink it down. Now, when you want to shrink the whole picture to the same, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. To make it look the same, but it'll make it smaller, always use the corners, because if you only use the side or the bottom or the top, that's going to squish it. Watch this. It's going to squish it. We don't want to squish it. We just wanted to make it smaller. So I'm going to go over here and press undo. I don't want that squished. All right. So that's good. We're going to put that aside. Here again, I was showing here's where those were. Showing my workout space. Now this is the little bitty space I had to work out in. And awesome. Got a picture of my trash. It's fantastic. A Raphael doll. Wonderful. But anyway, this actually is fine. I don't care. Whatever. Yes, my room's a wreck. I'm in the middle of trying to organize. But anyway, that looks a lot more pink than it really is. That's actually like a red. Wow, it came out like pink. All right, so now what do we do? What do we do? Now I got to figure out, how do I want this to look on my background? First, it's a little too zoomed in. I want to be able to view it a little more. We come right down here where we can zoom out or zoom in. We're going to zoom out a couple clicks. Oh, why is it so slow? There we go. One more click should be good. Come on. All right. I'm going to put me up here in the corner. Okay. Put this over here. Why not? Make this one bigger. A little bigger. Okay. I'm going to move this one over just so we have a little space in between the two photos. Good. All right. Now you just move them however you want, however you think you're going to like it to be. I don't know. There we go. All right. I need just a little more room, not too much. So I'm going to click on the black background. I'm going to drag it down a bit because I need just a little more space. Now, sometimes if you make your image too big, the whole thing won't show up on Facebook. It'll cut out some of it. The way you can do that is after you save your image, you can upload it to your main wall and choose that only you can see it, just to see if it comes up good, see if it'll pop up. And the reason you want to choose only me is because if you don't, then everyone will see it, and then you'll delete it, and they'll be like, what are you uploading and deleting that we can't see? And so just to avoid all that, just choose that only you can see it, just to make sure that the whole picture shows up. Center that a bit. Okay, today's workout was Body Beast chest. So I'm going to go to Insert, Picture, and in my many, many thousands of folders, where's my pictures? Here we go. I have one for Beachbody logos. And then I choose the Body Beast one because that is the one I did. I'm sorry if that went too fast. I'll go slower on the next one for you. I'm just so used to doing it. Okay, now to make sure that this blends in well, I want this black background to be transparent. Check out what happens when I do that. You come up here where it says recolor, and this pops up when it inserts the picture. If it does not for any reason, it should, but if it doesn't, you just go up here to Picture Tools and click on it, okay? Come up here to recolor, click on it. Here's where you can change it different colors if you wanted to. There it goes. Okay, that's not what I'm doing though. I'm just showing you what it'll do. You just hover over it and leave it there for a minute and it'll show you what it would turn into. What we're going to do is we're going to set transparent color. Click on that, then click on the part that you want to be transparent. You click on green part, the white part. I'm going to do the black part. Bloop. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? Now we're going to small it up because it's way too big. And I'm going to put that over here. We have the most room. Make it bigger. Ta-da. All right. We also did, or I also did, I guess I should say, ABRAPER X P90X. So let's go back to those logos. Get ourselves a P90X one. Okay, here's all my pictures. Again, you can open any pictures that you have, whatever you happen to have, to insert whatever picture you want. I'm going to look for a P90X one. Here we go. Click on the picture you want. You can either double click on it and it'll put it in there, or you can click on it and then press insert. Hello, what are you being? Come on. There you go, good job. This one is already transparent, which is nice. Make that smaller. I gotta add in which workout I did. Okay, I'm gonna make this one a little smaller too. Just a little bit. Bring it up. Now I like to add in which workout I did. I did Body Beast bulk chest, which needs to go there. Actually, let me double check. Yes, it is bulk chest. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here to insert because I want to write bulk chest under here. And I'm going to choose text box. I'm going to click on it. And then I can click and drag my text box. You can't see it because the black's in the way, but here it is. So I'm going to put it right there. And I know that when I type this, I want it to be centered. So we're going to come up here and choose center to center the text. I'd also like the color to be green, like the Body Beast logo is green, well, the majority of it. Okay. And we're going to leave it at 18 size for right now, see how that goes. And the font I want to use is AR Darling. And then we're going to press caps lock and type in bulk chest. And it's going to just lag and take forever, which is fabulous. I want that to be a little bigger, so I'm going to highlight it, click on this to make it a little bigger. See how big we can get it before it looks too ridiculous. I think that might work. Now I'm going to pick it up just a little, maybe a little more. There we go. And then I'm going to do one for my P90X, which was ABRAPER X. So again, we're going to go to Insert, going to go to Text Box. And make my text box right here under the sign. Come on, there it goes. We want it centered again. This time I'm going to want the letters, well, let's try silvery instead of white. I know that the font I want to use for P90X is Agency, what is that, FB? I think it is. I think it's FB. I don't know, but there it is. Click on that, and I want it bold. I already have caps lock on, so I'm going to type in Ab Ripper X. I think that matches pretty good. I want this bigger. All right. That looks good. Maybe that's a little too big. Make it a little smaller. There we go. I'd like to add a little plus sign here. Check this out. Go to Insert, go back to Shapes. And down here you have Equation Shapes. I'm going to use the plus sign, and of course all these other awesome things you could use and mess around with to your heart's content. But I'm going to choose the little addition, put it over here. There we go. I will change the color in a second. You can use this yellow thing to make it fatter or skinnier, and I do want it skinnier. There we go. Bring that up a bit. No! Ah! Undo! Undo! Yeah, when you start getting these things like overlapping each other, it gets more tricky to click on what you actually want, but you'll get the hang of it. Okay, now I have it where I want it, but now I want to change the color. So we're going to go into Drawing Tools, and the Shape Fill, I'm just going to choose the silver that I chose for P90X logo, maybe a little darker. And then for the outline, the same thing, because as you can see right now, it has that blue outline. I don't want that. So we're going to go here. There we go. So I did Body Beast, Bulk Chest, and P90X Ab Ripper X. I always like to add the date. So we're just going to add the date right here smack in the middle, because why not? And I usually use the same thing that I use for P90X for the date. And the date is October. Oh, look at that. I didn't choose silver. And I messed up. Huh. October 10th, 2015. Oh, even bold, it looks kind of teeny. I'll just do that. Actually, I've been adding the weights that I've been using too. So let's just do that. This is everything I'm doing now is just a repeat of stuff I've already showed you. I want it centered. I want it green. And I guess I'll use the Body Beast writing. Well, it's not Body Beast writing, but it's the one I like to use for it. And I'm going to put weights used. I use 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and 20 pounds. Guess I can do this comma here. Let's see how big I can get this before it tells me it's too big. Well, I won't tell you it's too big. It'll just, as you can see, instead of weights used being on the same line, it went to the second one because I made it bigger, the font bigger. It's probably all I'm going to get away with. Yep. Okay. Push this down a little. No. Why you not like me? Why? I'm a good friend to you. Why you not like me? Okay. Get the date. right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I just like to look it over, see how I want it. Okay, now for the frame, to put a little frame thing around it, you're going to go back to Insert, back to Shapes, and over here in Basic Shapes, you have this cool little square. Well, they call it rectangle. It looks like a square to me, okay? But it says, oh, it says frame. Okay, I thought it was going to say rectangle. So you're going to choose Frame, and then you click where you want to start it, drag it to as far as you want to go. Don't worry if you're off center or you're, went crazy, because you could always just move it. Once you have it pretty much to where you want it, let it go. And it will go bloop, just like that. Now you take this yellow little knob right here, this little diamond, and make it as small or as thick as you want. Okay? And maybe a little smaller. And you can change the color of it, of course. Go over here up to your drawing tools, click on that. Shape fill, we're going to do the green colors again. Shape outline, because we don't want it to be silver. Green again. And there we have the frame. And one last little trick I will show you. Let's say I wanted to frame each individual picture as well. The quickest way to do that, instead of going back into Insert and Shapes and Frame, instead of doing all that all over again, click on the frame you already have. Now make sure this little diamond is here, because that's how you know it's on your frame and not on your background picture. Because since your background picture and your frame are the same size, it's going to look like it's highlighting your frame, but that's not your frame. Unless it has this little yellow diamond here. Oh, come on. Come on. It's being difficult. Okay. There it goes. Unless it has that little yellow diamond, it's not highlighting your frame, okay? So once you've clicked on your frame and you have the little diamond, on your keyboard, you're going to press Control-C, and that's going to copy it, okay? Then click off of it and press Control-V, and you have just copied it, and now you're going to paste the same thing. So if I want to use that frame for this, I just size it up, whoops, to that picture. And to me, it's just way easier than going back into Insert and going into Shapes and choosing Frame again. Just copy and paste and resize. And click off of it, and there you go. And you could frame each individual one if you want. Oh, or you could right-click and press Paste, and that'll also copy it for you. Or maybe you just want to frame 2 of them. Sometimes the computer has to catch up to me. That's okay. I can wait. All right. Now, I wouldn't do this. If I was going to frame them all, I'd frame them all or not frame all of them, because when you're looking at the picture, these frames are going to draw your eye to those pictures, and these two almost like aren't even there, or might as well not be there, just because your eyes are drawn to the frames. Now, of course, people will look at these other pictures, but they're mostly going to be drawn to these two simply because they have frames. I'm not going to put frames in all of them because I think that'd just be way too many frames. So I'm going to go on, click it, press delete on my keyboard, wait an eternity, and then do the next one. And I'm just going to leave it like that without the frames, okay? Here's how to save this picture as a JPEG so you can share it on Facebook. You're going to click on your screen outside of your picture, and you're going to highlight the entire thing, okay? And it has selected everything, everything, everything. Then you put your mouse anywhere you want on here, doesn't matter where, right-click on it, and then you're going to come over here to Save as Picture. Click on that, and then choose a folder to save it in. I have certain folders I keep depending on which workout I'm doing. says no items match your search. I assure you there's lots of stuff in this folder, but it's on PNG, which that's not what I'm saving. I am saving a JPEG to share. So click on that. All your other JPEG images will show up. Now what I do just to make it faster for myself, you could either click here and label it. I like to click on the last one I did, highlight it. That way just most of the stuff's already written there for me. And I can just change the date. Way faster for me. Save. Bam. And it is going to tell me it's saved. And that is it. And now you have made a picture on Microsoft Word that you can share on Facebook or pretty much anywhere else. And it's taking forever to save. So that is that. Alrighty, if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to message me, comment below, whatever you want to do. Thanks.